A show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
Hello! Welcome. Where are all my beautiful people? Hi! How are you doing tonight on this wonderful and freezing cold Wednesday night before
Stop it.
Christmas? Well, Christmas month anyway, right? What? Stop it.
It's a freezing. What is it? What is it?
Freezing in Florida. It's like, I don't know, 50 degrees, 55
50 degrees. I could walk out with my ass cheeks in the air out here, 50 degrees.
But your 97 degrees up north is our heat wave, and that's something we deal with every day. You know what I mean? You can't deal with 97 degrees every day and be okay with 30 degrees. You got one or the other. So
Whatever.
So Allie Gam Woofers, no, welcome back. Hi, we were worried about you. Red Sunny Fred, hi, Bigwig. You guys, thanks for joining us tonight. We are thrilled to see you. Retro Rocket, hello. So it's cool to see you guys in here. Yeah, 2 more weeks before Christmas. Allie, I don't know if I have your address, but in case you guys don't know, if you send me your stuff, I'm sending you some stuff. So if you email me your information, I'm sending out a Christmas card, and I would love to include you guys since you guys have been some of my original awesome people here. So just email me. It's all one word. Ready? This is April Hunter at Gmail. And then just in the line, in the subject line, just write Addy, ADDY. And then send me your full name and your address, and I will get this out to you ASAP. Hi. What's up, Wade? What's up, Alex? War Demon, hi.
Yeah, I like that hat. What does it say there? Path. What does it say? Path.
It's Path
of Shadows.
Yeah, it's a horror movie that has yet to come out, but we're doing horror themes today, so I thought it was appropriate. That, and I didn't feel like doing my hair.
Okay, I respect that.
I did my hair for you guys last week. Fuck y'all.
So, and I liked your hair with the socks. The sock smelling hair. That was nice,
right? They were clean socks. My hair did not smell like socks.
Allegedly. I thought the oils and the sweat actually help the hair curl more.
No.
Oh, listen. I always like to start off a show by holding myself accountable.
Okay.
All right,
where are you in life with this?
So this week, it's week 10. It's week 10. I'm down. I don't know what is it from 305.5
to drum roll.
303.7.
So you're down to 303.7?
About 2 pounds, yeah.
Okay, for those who are listening who weren't familiar with your original number, remind us.
341 pounds.
Wow.
In 10 weeks.
Well done.
And here's the thing. Like I said, most people that meet me, they don't believe that I'm anywhere near that, because I have to figure.
You carry it well.
It's not even that I carry it well. I'm wide as fuck, but even when I'm thin, I'm wide as fuck. Is there really such a thing as big boned, or people that have heavier, dense bones?
Density. Like when I was wrestling, I was 165 pounds, and people didn't believe it. And even now, as much weight as I've dropped since then, I'm still 155 pounds. So
you're a baby. You don't have your baby weight.
Yeah, but still, that's your average female is probably 130 pounds. So if you have a lot of muscle or dense bones, I guess.
Well, so this is the thing. So like I told you last week, once I get under 3, I'm gonna start strength training.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're giving us all free drinks and
free drinks. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
No, that's something to get excited about, right?
My blood pressure is fucking good.
Good.
I go to the doctor. So I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. The last time he saw me, I was 341 pounds. My blood pressure was like 189 over 90 something. And then I took my blood pressure the other day, it was like 128 over like 70.
Ah, good deal.
That's good, right?
We're proud of you. Well done.
So I'm hearing something. I'm hearing something. You're gonna have to confirm or deny this.
Well, wait. We have some. Hold that thought. We have some comments in the chat here.
What you got, bro?
We'll acknowledge real quick. Red Sunny, I have a couple packages here. I think.
Ooh.
I don't know who they're from because I haven't opened them.
You want to do an
But
unboxing?
huh?
Do you want to do an unboxing?
I don't know, but there's a few of them here, and I've gotten something. So
Dude.
if you send something, I might have it here. I just haven't had a chance to do it. And then I was partly thinking about putting it under the tree. So
Oh
yeah.
God, such a
So I have
freaking
something to open on
content,
Christmas morning.
bro.
I know. And everybody's congratulating you,
I know, man.
Ray.
I appreciate it. I'm a little shy with that, but
Yeah.
I like I'm saying it every week to hold myself, and I'll tell you guys if I gain weight or if I don't lose weight. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I'm
Good.
not doing anything crazy. No pills, none of that shit. Just a little hard work and just eating better. That's it.
Good.
That's it.
I see.
Man.
I see Eva. I see Champagne Kenny. Hello. And yes, I do make soap. You can find me on Etsy, April's Sensations. You can also find me on eBay, which I'm starting to move my stuff over to eBay. And if you saw last week's episode, you know why.
Yep.
But just look up my account on eBay. It's APRHTR, and you'll see some of my soaps there. And hello, Colin. What's up?
Oh God, where is he?
So you're eating right and doing some exercise.
You know, it's crazy because people say, "Oh, don't have bread, don't do this, don't do that," and you know, I'm not eating Snickers bars every day. That's bullshit. If you eat sugar, you're gonna fucking get. It's not even getting fat. You're gonna get sick. Your blood pressure. It's gonna
Yeah,
affect your
yeah.
energy. So, I do have carbs, but it's not like I'm not having pasta and rice and all that shit. Everything is in moderation, but like I said, most of my high intake, like my big meal, is the morning, and that powers me throughout the day. Sometimes I don't even have lunch because I'm not hungry, and then dinner is a moderate dinner, but it's mostly greens and meat. You know, so the carbs are usually in the morning, maybe carbs in the middle. When I say carbs, like an apple, not 10 apples, an apple, not grapes. Grapes have a little too much sugar. A banana, even though it has a lot of sugar, but it has other things to kind of counterbalance it. So
Yeah.
that's it,
Apples are
man.
very low glycemic.
Yeah, dude. Like, you know, easy shit, man. You know, it's really easy if you just drink a lot. Oh, I drink a lot of water.
That's good.
Like at least I drink seriously at least a half gallon to a gallon a day.
That's good. It also helps you feel better because it hydrates all your, your
Yeah.
spinal and
My s-
all that, all your
Dude,
joints and ligaments
I
and your
stopped breaking
face.
out. I stopped
Yeah.
breaking out. I haven't broken out in over a month.
So in order to lose weight, you either have to burn more calories than you're taking in,
That's what
or
I
take
do.
in fewer calories, because 3,500 calories equals 1 pound.
Mhm.
So if you know the math, you know that you can do this, and it's not rocket science. Yeah, we love
So,
our trailer park boys here. So literally, you can lose a pound a week if you are somebody who has drinks with calories.
mhm.
The average person will drink 500 calories in drinks each day very
Yep.
easily by drinking juice, milk, soda.
Mhm.
500
Alcohol,
calories is
a lot of
very easy.
alcohol.
Alcohol. So if you go to no calorie drinks each day, 500 calories, 7 days a week, you're killing a pound off right there every week.
And I'm gonna tell you something, guys and gals out there. It's not as hard. Stay away from something though. When you see, this is my suggestion, because when you eat these foods that say diet this and light that,
Mm-mm.
they're so bad. It's
They're bad. They're
basically
so processed.
they're so processed that your body's gonna confuse that with sugar. Am I wrong here?
No, you're not.
And then
You're
so
not.
how does that work out?
I noticed that in France. Like when I was staying, working, living in France, they were eating real food. And by real food, I mean butter,
Yeah.
bread,
Mhm.
real cream, full fat cheese, and everybody was thin and healthy. And here's the thing. If you want to eat food, eat the food, eat the real food. So just eat less of it, have smaller portions, use smaller plates.
I like
When
this
you
one.
use smaller plates, it makes you feel like thank you, Champagne Kenny. It makes you feel visually, psychologically, it makes you feel like you're eating more. So they had smaller portions in France. People walked a lot more and they ate real food. And when you eat real food, you're eating real nutrition. So your body knows it's getting fed. And you're also eating more fat,
Mhm.
and fat makes you feel satisfied. So
Yes.
eat the cream, eat the butter,
Yep.
eat the real food, just eat less of it and get
Bro,
moving. I
quick
don't
tip.
eat anything diet. I don't eat any of that bullshit.
Quick tip.
Nothing.
I started sweetening my I was like, what are you doing here, bro? What
No,
is
I'm
that?
showing you.
How many packs
It's
is that? Is that 4? Is that a 4? You got a
I
6
guess.
pack.
Yeah.
When the
And
hell did that happen?
I eat butter, I eat cream, and I always have. So
I thought we were about to get thrown off the air here.
no.
I got a
Eat
little
real food, just eat less of it. Don't go for that crap.
You didn't see how nervous?
I eat guacamole almost every day.
Yes, guac is so good.
I
Oh, hold
do.
on. We got some
Oh,
love here.
and I eat before bed every single night. Every single night right before bed, because if I'm hungry, I can't sleep. But what I have is just egg whites.
Well, that's
So
crazy. So I
I'll
don't eat.
drink egg whites.
Check it out. I don't eat before bed, but I do have a glass of red wine
Mhm.
before bed almost every single night. That's like my one glass of red wine a day. I save it for the night because from what I found, there's certain studies that say it does and it doesn't. I
That's
found
good.
that it
That's
curbs
fine.
your appetite.
It does. And vodka. If you got to drink vodka. It's low in sugar.
Mhm.
And Chuck says my nutritionist told me if you want to have bread. Just don't eat the whole loaf.
Oh,
Exactly, and try and eat real bread.
Boobies.
sorry,
Yeah,
I hit that
we
too
got
late.
boobies.
Big
Yeah, we
ass
got.
titties.
Thank you for throwing
Oh,
some
knockers.
Sorry.
biddies for some titties.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the other
So
thing for me, you said your biggest meal is in the morning. My biggest meal is at night. So
interesting. But
I'll
how
do.
long after the meal do you go to sleep?
It depends. I eat pretty late, so I realize I'm different than most people, but during the day I'm not really that hungry. I also do the intermittent fasting,
Mm.
not on purpose. I just don't want to eat. So I know I have to eat. So I'll do protein shakes during the day, handful of walnuts, handful of almonds, an apple. I'll basically eat to survive during the day. Then at night, I just eat whatever I want for dinner sensibly and portion wise, and I'll eat late at night. It
Rocket
doesn't matter.
Retro Rocket says she says vodka. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Mm. Cheers. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you guys. So I know diet soda isn't the best, right? But if I drink once a week, usually like have drinks, I usually do it today, like when I do my podcasting, producing, and everything. This is the one day I drink when I go out with Jen. It's
Mhm.
either Wednesday or Thursday. I don't count the red wine as drink, but I've learned to have vodka,
Mhm.
and I have
Diabetic approved.
so I have, and don't get mad at me for this, but it's worked so far, and I know it's not the best, but I have A&W Diet Cream Soda.
Diet root beer. Oh, diet
Zero
cream soda.
zero
Yeah.
calories. Holy shit, folks.
So good, and it tastes like the real thing, right?
Holy listen to me. It is delicious. So this is what
It
I
is.
have whenever I do the podcast, so you guys know. It's a little bit of I don't have too much vodka, maybe like 3 shots, and the rest of this big jug is like
Yeah.
something
And
like that. So
cool awesome dude saying diet soda tastes bitter and has aspartame, which causes cancer. It
yeah,
does, but I'm also a big proponent of 80/20.
right.
So if you do well 80% of the time, you can kind of screw up the other 20%, or whatever you
Right.
want to call it.
I
Moderation is
get you.
key. So once a week, if you're having, a diet soda, if you're doing that kind of thing, you're okay.
That's pretty much
So
it. Like I said, it's usually on a Wednesday or a Thursday. And usually when I podcast with you is probably when I drink, or I don't drink when I podcast if I'm going out with my wife on a Thursday. It's because I
mhm.
save it for that day. So that's it, man. It's so fucking easy, and they have all these people that make so much money off of special diets, and you have
I
this dude.
know.
The one guy I like, I don't know if you know this guy, V Shred.
Oh, yes. I have seen him.
I do like V Shred. I think V Shred is kind of cool, and I like his message, and he's pretty straight up, and he's been doing it for a long time. And I noticed that out of everybody, a lot of people respect him. But I'm gonna put you onto a YouTube channel, guys, and you're gonna love this guy. And April, I want you to check out this YouTube channel because if you're into fitness
Mhm.
with fun, fitness with fun, or fun with fitness, this kid he's a kid. He's like probably in his late
Yeah,
20s.
20s. Yeah.
His name is Will Tennyson. It's Tennyson. He is absolutely hilarious. He's fun. He does all these cool challenges, but everything is It's really well done, and he's totally natural, this kid. And he's great. I don't usually put over
Yeah.
YouTube channels. I think you guys would love him. Tennyson is actually my favorite on YouTube. And I've been watching a lot of his shit, and a lot of his shit. The only thing is he says he's addicted to donuts.
I've seen that. I've seen him say that. But everybody's got something, and there's your 20% with him. And I'll tell you a couple other things. I'm reading here. Allie said if you eat junk food like potato chips and stuff like that,
Where is
eat
it?
them only on the weekends and eat them in smaller amounts. This along with my workouts has helped me tremendously. And you're right, Allie.
80-20.
And here's the other thing, right? In America, they try and get you so this little thing of ice cream here is $5. But this thing of ice cream is $5.50 or $6, right? So
Right.
automatically our brains go, well,
Oh.
I should just get the big vat of ice cream. You should not. Don't fool. Just go and pay the money and get the smaller amount, because one way or another, you're going to pay for that big, giant family size thing. And it's either going to be with your, if you're not paying with your wallet, you're going to pay with your health. You're going to pay with what your ass looks like. So always, you're going to pay with your ass, okay? Your gut, your love handles. So just go for the smaller amounts. If it's in the house, you're going to eat it, especially if you're, hitting an edible, drinking, it's late at night, you're tired, you're watching TV. And if there's only a small amount, a single serving, you're not doing that much damage. So that's one thing I wanted to say.
Secondly, Chris is here. Let's say hi to Chris and Nick.
Hi, Chris and Nick. What's up? Big Nick.
Can I just put over my boy Chris, Big Nick, real quick?
Absolutely.
If you guys are wrestling fans, I'm like putting over YouTube channels, but these guys, they're called Wrestling with a WRASSLIN, Wrestling for Life, the number 4 for life. They go on like seven days a week for like hours at a time. They are so fucking good. I love these guys. Tons of respect. So give them a follow.
That's awesome.
They're really, really good. So love those guys. But anyway, as you were saying,
it's nice that we have enough wrestling that somebody can actually, you can do that these days.
God,
you know what I mean?
So much wrestling.
I know.
Yes.
So here's another thing. No one diet works for all people. Please know that. And know that, again, in a for-profit medical system like America has, people are trying to make money, and they don't care if they're giving bad advice. So whether they're pushing a vegan agenda or a carnivore agenda, there are some people out there that should never be vegan and should also never be carnivore. So I have always been a big proponent of the blood type diet. If you know your blood type, that's where you should be. And if you are type A, don't be a carnivore. You're not supposed to be a paleo eater. If you are type O, do not be a vegan. You are not supposed to be living on vegetables. You are carnivore, you are paleo. And then everybody else is somewhere in between. So pay attention to that. Get your blood type done, and it will tell you if you eat right according to your blood type, which your body is full of blood. It's one of the biggest things that you're dealing with. If you are eating right for your blood type, you're going to maintain a healthy weight. You're going to avoid diseases, and you're going to feel a lot better.
Shit, War Demon is 164. That's nothing, man. He must be in good shape.
Yeah.
164. How tall are you, War Demon? You're like 6'11"? Imagine being 6'11", 164. Meat, yeah, man. See, like me, man, like one thing I'm gonna say, this is for me. Maybe because of my age or whatever, I have issues now processing like a lot of red meat. I only have red meat once a week, and that's usually in I'll have like bison burgers. That's it's over. I almost treat my burgers like a cheat.
Yes.
You know? So what I do is, just so you guys know, every Wednesday is my burger day. That's what I do between this podcast and the morning podcast. I take 4 bison burgers. I cook them up real nice. You know, I don't use any processed seasoning, so it's real garlic, butter. I use butter for the pan, like real butter, unsalted. I make them nice, you know, probably like closer to well done, but more, you know, medium well. And then I take a wrap, a whole wheat wrap. I throw some spinach on there, dude. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of mustard. Oh my God. It
sounds
so
very sounds terribly healthy.
Oh, so good. I know, right? But it's like a cheat for me. I fucking love it. And it fills me up. Like sometimes it's my only meal of the day because it's such a heavy meal. I love it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, XL Corona. Look at that. I'm
Yeah,
down
he
200.
lost a lot of weight.
That's a lot of fucking
Lost a
weight.
lot of weight. He
God
lost an
bless
entire
you.
person.
God bless you.
Um, yeah, War Demon says he's 5'8".
Okay, that's good
Um,
then. That's
uh,
perfect.
Chris Cameo said he went to see a doctor that wasn't his regular family doctor, and then he was prescribed medication for something he didn't even have. He said, "What a waste of time and money." That's a story we hear a lot of. I'm also hearing a lot of stories about the prescription being wrong, like the dosage. So when you guys get your prescriptions, before you just pop them in your mouth, double check and make sure that the prescription is right, because there's been a lot of screw ups lately. So pay attention to that. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah. Eva goes big pharma push. Yeah. It's funny, like when we were young, the big pharma push was taking everyone's tonsils out.
Mm.
They had to take everybody's tonsils out because apparently strep throat was just so prevalent. You couldn't have tonsils. And then I remember my brother, my little brother, that's when it started with all the Ritalin and all the ADHD drugs. Like every kid had to be on ADHD drugs. So that
Right.
was like the start of the big pharma push right there. So
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I
So
know. I still have my tonsils too. Like I have all my original body parts plus some.
I know we're not gonna. I know we're not gonna have a super long show today,
Yeah.
but I needed to talk to you about this
Okay.
because I'm hearing, ladies and gentlemen, that this young lady is going to be a star. She is a star in a feature-length picture. It is April Hunter. April Hunter is now a movie star. You have glasses, like cool movie star glasses and shit.
I'm wearing my cool movie star
A
glasses.
long white fur coat with like blue diamonds and shit.
I might have to
No?
dig that out for the next show.
So, dude, tell me about this, man. So you're doing some. Let me just pull this up over here.
Hmm.
Let me just. I have the gimmick Schnavitz over here. Here we go. So let me keep. This is free music. So the movie is Clock, or The Clock. The chimes of hell they call to them. Sorry.
Yep.
In
I'm actually in 2 that are in film festivals right now. So I'm in
What's
that
going on?
one,
Tell me
The
about it.
Clock, and then I'm in the I'm looking at the poster right now. My brain just went bloop. It went blank when I was looking at it. Kill City Cup.
Should I
So
just play the
both
music
of
throughout
those
the whole thing?
films. Huh? No. Well, actually, maybe. I'm into
No,
it.
okay.
No, but what happened was
What
I
happened?
was working. I work at the conventions, the horror conventions, and
Yeah,
the
man.
Comic Cons, which I personally feel are the best ways to network.
Mm.
So I meet a lot of people that way, and
New gimmick, Hollywood Hunter.
oh, I like it.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So somebody contacted me, Rick Danford, and he wanted to know if I wouldn't mind getting killed in his film. So
Nice. How long
and so
are you? How long are you on screen? Just real quick.
I'm not on there very long, but tomorrow night it's opening in theaters locally here, and the first showing will be in Port Richey at Cinema 6, and then it's going to be the first film to be in the Tampa Bay Underground's horror film festival. So
Well, somebody's
that
giving you some cheers real quick.
yeah, thank you.
Knuckers.
So
Thank you, cool, awesome.
appreciate
Dude.
it. You can't really see it because it's cold here, and I covered them up. So there we
Well,
go.
we saw that 6-pack earlier. If you missed it, it's on
There
you
we
guys.
go. There. Whoop,
There
whoop,
you go.
whoop.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
works.
So yeah, William. He says, I remember April from the Glamour Cons. We did the Playboy show, the Playboy conventions, which were called Glamour Con. We did them out in Chicago. So
I don't
you
know about this.
remember that? Oh my God. Thanks for being here.
Were you ever approached or ever considered for Playboy? Ever? I don't know
I
anything
did
about that.
Playboy. That's how I got into wrestling.
The fuck out of here.
The fuck
I
outta here.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't talk about it really, but yeah, I did
Well,
play. That's
then
how I
it was
actually got into wrestling. It was the same newsstand
Really?
special as Kimberly Page.
How did I not know that?
I don't know. It's what is it? Daily I'm not sitting there with my daily conference. You would be surprised all the things I've done. My credit list is really long, Ray,
So you met
and really
the old man?
amazing.
So you met the old man then?
I did not meet the old
You didn't
man.
meet Vince McMahon? I mean,
No,
not Vince.
I did meet him. Yeah, no, I didn't meet you.
You didn't meet
So
Hugh Hefner?
I did not. No, my shoot was in New York. So
Fuck.
I
Was
met
that
all
his,
the people in the New York crew running it.
you mean his brother, like Harry Hefner?
No, I know,
Oh.
right? That was the second cousin, actually. No, I went out. It was funny. That weekend was amazing. I remember
Was the
I
issue?
was on the road full time as a burlesque
Oh.
performer, and I went home to see my grandmother for Thanksgiving.
Uh,
And while I was home, I got the call to both model for Boris Vallejo and Julie Bell, and then come try out for Playboy in New York, like back to back. So one was on Friday and one was on Saturday. So Boris and Julie lived in Pennsylvania. So I
mhm.
went up, you ever see the fantasy Boris Vallejo fantasy art with all the warriors holding all the, crazy muscular, beautiful women holding swords fighting dragons.
Sure.
So some of that's me. Um, and you go in there and you go downstairs and they have a whole wall full of amazing um every kind of medieval apparatus you could imagine that you could wield. And then there's a pedestal in the middle. And they just have you turn around and do every kind of crouch, pose, all that with all their, swinging the thing. Yeah, it's like heavy metal, exactly, Nick.
All right.
So
So I was looking for something from Playboy to put up, but I'm not gonna do it. I
it's
was gonna
it's
find a
it's
censored one.
yeah, well, it's hard to find. I'll see if I
Oh
can
wait,
find something while we're talking.
no, I
Did you
found a
find one?
censored one. I
Did
found
you?
a censored one. Yep. All right. So
Okay.
here, I'll get it. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I swear to God, April, I had no idea, man.
Oh, yeah, I did a few layouts for them, and only one came out, and they're sitting on, like, 2 or 3 other ones.
Hold on.
Um,
I gotta play the Hollywood music you ready? Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, from the pages of Playboy magazine. God damn it, this is taking too
and
long.
Maxim, and some others, yeah.
So you did Maxim as well.
I did Maxim. When Penthouse went to the Playboy style, I did Penthouse as well. Mhm.
So all right, anyway.
Chuck, you're getting people in the chat going, "I have that copy." Thanks, Chuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the pages of Playboy. And I just had to quickly censor this. April Hunter.
Woo! That's me.
Yes.
That is one of my layouts. Yep.
Look at your baby face there.
I
Right?
was, yeah. I
You want
was,
me to leave it up there for a minute? Go ahead.
no.
Okay.
I do
Bye.
not.
No, be proud of yourself, man. This shit is cool. I wish I was fucking hot enough to be on a goddamn magazine.
It's funny. It's when people are like mean to me online, they're like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah. You ain't shit." And I'm like, I know it's really hard to make a living off of what you look like your entire life. Fuck you. So,
And you can still do it. Like easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying that. I'm being honest with you. It's like you're eight, you know, well wait until you hit 40, April.
you're
Then you're
sweet.
gonna see. Just saying, bro.
You're
Anyway,
so sweet. I think
so
we've achieved that little goal there.
what are you talking about?
So the 40s. Allie's like, I've seen all her nudes from the early 2000s.
Has
If
she?
you were really good, you'd see my nudes from the 90s.
Well, then you know what? That deserves one big yeet. There you
Yeet.
go. We should start doing that here.
There you go.
Holy shit, man. This is so hilarious. All right, let me lock this out
Mhm.
before my wife yells at me.
Yeah.
So what you got, man? You got anything fun? So just so you guys know, we really didn't plan a show, and I think this is already one of the better shows we've ever done. I
Just
like when
because
we
I
don't
got to see
plan
my
shit.
boobs censored.
I guess, man. That wasn't easy.
But wait, if you want to see the whole collection, I have everything in one area. You can go to
Mhm.
aprilhunter.com and you can get the entire collection.
Oh, really?
And
Is there
I've literally had aprilhunter.com since I started,
a
and it's
surcharge?
got everything on there. Yeah, but it's very small. It's like
It's
20 something
monetized, right?
dollars.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, it's one of the only ways that models can make money because a lot of times they cut up we don't get paid for a lot of the shoots, or we do
Mm.
trade for promo, or they they screw us over. So, yeah. So by having a subscription site, it helps tremendously when people subscribe. It helps support us and keep us going. So and then Patreon came along. Patreon is yeah, thank you, Fred. Patreon
Mhm.
has a nice collection as well. I appreciate that. So it's
Patreon.
Patreon April Hunter. That's my alternative site there. So yeah, both of those sites have a pretty solid collection. Patreon also has all my writings and behind the scenes. Actually, aprilhunter.com has a lot of behind the scenes too. So
I
yeah.
respect.
Oh, Chuck's going, I remember your paper newsletter. Oh my God. Yeah. I used to sit on the floor
Oh,
or
you gotta
sit on
tell me
my
about
bed.
this. Talk to me.
Okay. So I would print out, I would take pictures,
Mm,
cut them out, type up what happened behind the scenes. I would do a front and back, sometimes several pages, as I guess some people can attest to. Print everything out, run copies off. I had a newsletter list and I would fold them up, write them and send them out to people.
really?
What every month, right? Once a month. And then I switched over to an electronic newsletter, which I had a really good mailing list with that. And my not my current webmaster, but my former webmaster screwed that up so badly that I lost all of it.
Oh,
So
fuck.
he basically messed everything up so badly that it just felt like such a hassle to get anything back. I would love to have that
You sure
back.
it's not somewhere floating around the internet like most
I
things are?
don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I still do the one thing I do definitely do is the Christmas cards. So if you want the the annual Christmas card that I have this year, I told you how to get it in the beginning of the episode, but you can email me. This is aprilhunter@gmail.
Still waiting for
And
mine.
yep, yep. I know you might have been sent. And in the subject line, just write Addie, ADDY, and then give me your name and address, and I will send that out to you. I'm doing them this week and next week, and then after that, y'all can piss off.
So check this out. So even though we're gonna end early here, you're gonna be somewhere else, right? I just wanted to mention that in the middle right now.
Even though what?
Even though we may end the show early here, you're gonna be doing something. Is it gonna be live or a pre-tape?
It's live. Yeah, I have to. I'm going to go over the video, the film that's premiering tomorrow. They also have a podcast, so that's going to be. Oh, where is it? Uh,
Hey, Big Kenny. Big Kenny's in the house. Big Kenny.
let's see. Oh, they're also showing the other film I'm into. It's called Indie Horror Junkie Podcast.
Indie
So
horror. Is it INDY or INDIE?
INDIE. Yeah.
IE Indie horror podcast.com.
I don't know. I just saw this. I'm going to share it to my Facebook page right now.
All right, let me see if I could Google if I can
Okay.
just type it in. So it's indie horror
Uh-huh.
podcast. This is all one word, right?
No.
Podcast.com.
Nope. Wait. La, 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 la. Indie Horror Junkie Podcast.
Oh, indie horror junkie podcast. Because
Mhm.
this took me to a
Yeah, Indie Horror Junkie Podcast.
took me to
And if
Google
you
Direct
go to
House.
my Facebook page, my Facebook is Real April Hunter, facebook.com real April Hunter. I just shared it on there too, so there's a
Okay.
link. So
And
my Facebook page is me next to a Christmas tree.
So when we get off of here, you're gonna jump on there.
Yes. Yeah,
Indie
because I want to
horror.
promote the opening tomorrow night.
So then we're gonna guys and gals, we're probably gonna get off around 10 minutes to 8, if that's cool. And then you could jump over
Really?
to the indie horror. Yeah, well, don't you
You don't
start
have
at
to
8
go
o'clock?
that early. They know that I'm running. We don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to cut this short for that.
Are you sure?
It's okay. Yeah, we're okay.
Okay, I'm trying to help you out, brother.
I know. I appreciate that.
So this is I think I found their Facebook gimmick here.
Probably.
So let me just pull it up there really quickly, guys, so you guys can see what we're talking about. So I'm pulling Facebook up right now. This is them, right?
Maybe.
Come on, dude. You gotta help me out, brother.
I know. Is that Indie Horror Junkie?
Hold on, let me
Yeah,
just
I
go back
guess.
to Facebook. All right, we're back there again.
That's it. I think so.
All right, this is it. Okay, thank you.
I
got
think
scared.
so.
Oh, you know what? They're on Instagram. Oh, here's the website.
Make sure that's
Oh, okay. I got the website. Hold on. Let me bring it up, guys. So, like I said, and you're gonna be on the website, right?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
People
You
will
gotta help me out.
find it. I'm
Oh, here it is.
trying.
Look.
Okay.
Boom. And that's actually April right there in the thumbnail. Isn't that your face?
Oh, then that is mine.
Yeah.
That's not
There
me.
you go. Oh, you sure?
Yeah. That might not be me. Because wait, yeah, that is me. The naked girl. I know. That's not me and the naked girl. There it is, the clock issue one. Yeah, that's me. That's the right podcast.
Where am I
Okay.
seeing it? Oh, there it is. Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah. The
let me
clock.
click on it. I'm gonna
That's
click
the
on
name
this
of the
thing.
movie. Yeah. We're good. Everything's good.
Sure then. So right here.
So you know, you want to hear some interesting history, you guys?
I would like to hear interesting history, April.
Speaking of horror, so witches got the reputation for riding brooms because they used to rub hallucinogenics.
Okay.
They found out that they could get more out of a hallucinogenic by rubbing it on their vulva. So a lot of things for women get into your system faster going through your vulva than orally. So they would put hallucinogenics on broomsticks and
What?
rub that against their vulva.
Oh, so they were really flying.
I guess so. Yeah, so they would take the hallucinogenics that way.
Hold on. That gets a yeet.
Yeet.
Were you serious?
I'm dead serious. That is
You know,
yep.
I believe it because they say that if you inject, and don't do this at home, but if you
Kids.
inject alcohol into your anus, you get drunk very, very powerfully and quickly.
Well, that a lot of people who can't
Look,
I
Ben
know
Rob.
medieval butt chugging.
Really?
Well, that's like a lot of people that apparently can't I guess ingest something through their nose. They put it in their anus. Yeah.
Shut
So
up.
yeah, so your anus and your vaginal area is very susceptible to all kinds of stuff.
I guess that's because the skin is maybe very thin.
Yeah, or something. But I know when I went to that
Organ?
convention, that Canadelic convention, there was a woman there and she did a talk, and she was talking about using THC on your hoo-ha and getting all the benefits there with her THC cream. So she said if you're uncomfortable taking it, ingesting it, or smoking it, you can do it that way.
So
And I
your
was like,
vag has like
yes.
your
No, I
vag
didn't say
has
that
like
out
red
loud.
eyes, huh?
You're right, exactly. Your
Your
badge has to go through a blood test.
your vag is all like sad and tired. Eating
Yeah,
something.
and Ben Rob says you have to be careful though. You can OD from alcohol in your butt because of all the blood vessels there.
Ben, how do you know this, Ben?
Do
Did you go to
you
did
remember we were talking about
you go to college?
do you remember we were talking about anal sunning? Anal sun
Yes.
yes.
Holy sh that was like one I think was that our first episode? That might
I
have been
don't
our
know.
first
Like
episode together.
people that were anal sunning, again trying to get the vitamin D through their
Hey, brother, to each
butthole,
his own.
right?
Vodka.
So,
Mhm.
so there's that.
Interesting. I got
Yeah.
something. You wanna hear a funny story? A fun story?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, not fun, but it's pretty cool. So check this out, man. So this, I'll read this off of here. Actually, I'll share the picture
Okay.
because this is pretty cool. And this is one of those things that you know, like one in a million to win the lottery.
Okay.
Well, this woman here from Massachusetts, I'll share their article here. And this very lucky woman, Massachusetts woman wins $25 million off of a scratch off game 17 years after winning $1 million on a scratch off
What?
game.
She did it twice?
She did it fucking so she hit
Oh
it.
my god.
So in 2006, she hit $1 million off a scratcher. And then she just recently, as you see here, 12/1/2023, she just won $25 million.
Well, inflation, yo.
Yeah, but still, bro, the good for
The
her,
force
man.
is strong with her,
Right? I feel
right?
I don't know. That guy looks kind of weak. I feel like I could kick his ass and steal her from him.
Because the next time she's gonna win 50 million.
Damn it,
You're
man.
gonna have to marry her up.
All right. So
Wolf, what's up, Wolf? And Ben Rob. I know he knows that I'm looking for a solar panel system to offset my ridiculous Florida power bill. So thank you for helping me find that.
this
I appreciate it.
yeah, this well, AB Twitch asked, what the fuck is her lottery strategy to win? You
I
know,
don't know.
some people just are blessed. They just have that. I've heard of this happening, but can you
Yeah.
imagine, April?
Gam Woofer says she should now invest in gold. Cheap plug, aprilhunter.gold. And
April
you can
Hunter.
look all around at the Wolfpack gold options there.
Dot gold.
How's
How's that working out, by the way?
I actually had my very first affiliate link happen. So whoever did
Oh, good
that,
for
thank
you.
you. Yeah, somebody invested in gold. I mean, it made sense after you watched last week's episode. Like, why would you, let the dollar devalue when you could invest in gold and keep your money stable or growing? The gold shot up this week like ridiculously. Did you see
So,
that?
yeah, I have like so I have gold, like I actually have a bunch of gold jewelry that I hardly ever wear
Hmm.
because number one, even though I'm a big guy, I can take care of myself. New York City is insane. So I'm
Mm.
like, you know what? Let me not like. I have a pretty thick gold Cuban link that I hardly wear. I have my father's pinky ring that's old gold. It's like late '80s gold.
Hmm.
Never wear my real wedding ring is white gold. I hardly ever wear that, and I have a big gold bracelet. To see what I'm wearing right here, this is steel.
Mm.
I wear a lot of steel around. This is steel.
Hmm.
This is steel, black steel. You know, so I wear that, man, because but gold is awesome. And if I could buy gold, I'd buy it from April.
There you go. Yep.
So, yo, can I tell you a story that's really bothering me?
Tell me a story.
I'm gonna share this with you. So I don't know if you guys know, you're talking about inflation, right? Did you hear about this?
Inflation and deflation.
Did you hear about this whole shit they're doing in New York City? They don't want nobody driving.
Fill us in.
All right, so it's something called congestion pricing, where if you know what, I'm gonna let this little TikTok play,
Okay.
and we'll discuss this.
Did you see that they're trying to ban TikTok?
Well,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in a second.
Where we actually can get real, free speech and find out what's going on.
But this has been frustrating. This is very frustrating for most New Yorkers who just don't want to fucking take the subway because it's very stabby. But
That's a nice way of putting it.
let's take a look at this guy. This is courtesy of the Black Conservative Perspectives channel, but he's going to play a YouTube channel. But we're going to listen to this guy who's on TikTok, and he's going to explain what the fuck is going on here in New York. And guess what? Just because it's happening in New York ain't going to happen in your
I
hometown.
know. And
This is the testing ground.
I'm saying this wrong. Hitman says I thought the congestion price was tax was the bridge and the tunnel fees, which are ridiculous.
It was, but now listen to this. Here we go.
New York City has just become the first place in America to charge its residents for going to work. So New York is now introducing a congestion pricing. They're going to be charging for the amount of cars that are coming through New York, and they're charging insane fees. So this is what they're calling the congestion zone. This is from 60th Street all the way down here past the Brooklyn Bridge, and this is where you're going to get charged for going into this area. More specifically, this is Lower Manhattan, Soho, 60th Street down has the Empire State Building. Anybody that takes a car, a bus, anything into this area is going to get charged just for driving there. And you may think this is just going to be a few pennies or $1, but between the weekday hours of 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. on the weekends, small trucks are going to get charged $24 just to get into the city. Large trucks, $36. Taxis, $1.25 surcharge per ride, $15 just for your regular car. You guys let me know, does this make you want to visit New York more or less?
Oh my God. So they're not the only ones that do that, right? This is happening in England as well. If you try to drive through the main areas, the main cities, in some areas, they're charging you a tax to drive the main streets because they don't want people on the main streets. So they're not the first ones to do this. This is spreading to places. So yeah.
Oh my God.
And this artist returns says, shoot, Bigwig says they're trying to raise money to pay for all of those immigrants.
That's exactly. So this is what's happening. And this is what's extremely fucking frustrating. So like me and Jen, we're going to buy a car in December. And the main thing is that, I get out of work super late and the trains, the MTA doesn't run well at all. So sometimes an hour-long ride sometimes takes me 2 hours. I'm getting home at like 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. So, we're gonna be moving to Florida next year. So we want to get a car now here, and then we're gonna get a hoopty over there. You know what a hoopty is, right? People still use that term. It's an older car. It gets you from A to B.
I got a hoopty. I love my hoopty.
Right. So, so the fucking thing is now, if I get that car, so it costs me. So check this out, April. For each ride on the train here, right? It cost me $1.90. They raised it from $1.75. So what's 190 times 2? It's about what?
It's $4.80. I got that right?
Sure, whatever. It's like
$3.80. Sorry, $3.80.
380. So 380. Now, guys in the chat, help us out here. 380 times 10 is 30. That's about $38. So it cost me $40 to get to and from work every single week. Right? So now if I take my car, If I take my car, April, it's $15 a day. 15 times 5 is what?
Oh my God, that's outrageous.
That sucks, dude. And then there's always so much fucking traffic. You want to take the tunnels, and then the tunnels, because they have shortcuts through tunnels. The tunnel's like fucking $6, $8,
Each way.
$9, $12. The fucking Verrazano Bridge, I think, is like $24. It's insane,
Yeah.
dude. That's why people fucking hate New York. I'm sorry, I gotta pick something up, please.
Oh, I know. We're getting a little bit of that. It's not that not that level of expensive, but people are pointing out that we're getting that in Florida too, like the Solomon Expressway, yes, which is worth every penny because you can go 85 on it, and you can't go 85 hardly at all. But Florida got it with the Orange Expressway, Solomon Expressway, and someone said 75. Yeah. Plus that there was also that roundabout in Orlando too. That is a toll. It's a toll roundabout now too. So yep. Oh
Yeah.
yes, thank you. War Demons. I wanted to bring that up. We were going to talk about last week with the Rule 2.13, isolation and quarantine procedures will give the state of New York full authority to isolate and quarantine anybody they deem to be unsafe.
Bro,
So
what does
if
that
they
mean?
think
So
that
explain that to me.
this new law that they did pass, if you are considered sick, exposed, unvaccinated, whatever, they can come to your house, drag you out, and quarantine and isolate you indefinitely. They never have to let you go in their whatever
Jail?
their
You mean jail?
basically, yeah. And they passed that. They actually passed that law
You
last
gotta be
week.
kidding me.
No, I was surprised you didn't see that.
No.
Oh yeah. So we were going to talk about it on the show last weekend, but the show went. We didn't have enough time to cover it all.
So break it. So, oh my God, man, you got to be fucking shitting me.
That's why I said to you, I'm like, here's another reason to get the hell out. So, yeah.
Man,
Are you looking it up?
I was trying to look it up, but
Yeah.
I'm doing two things at once.
Nah.
No, go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No,
Continue with
it's
something
just
else.
yeah. Yeah, Allie says quarantine in 2023. No, that's just ridiculous. It needs to be vetoed ASAP. But it's happening in China already, and they've stopped the travel. China out, China in, right? Am I understanding that correctly? Like they've already started that, and from what I understand, also, that this mostly affects people who have been dealing with 3 or more jabs, this new version or whatever. So
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. These little laws that, your freedom is not ever taken like this, right? It just increments. And we have to pay attention to that. Like Wade Williams says, concentration camps. Yeah, basically.
Fucking believable, man. Anyway,
Again, Werfer says the FCC passed a law that was similar to the net neutrality chaos. Yes, that also passed as well. So, yeah,
I'm taking a bat right now.
Huh?
I'm taking a bat. It's like it's too much. It's too much, and I don't know how
you knew the final push was going to be a big one, right? And it sure has been. So we call that, with all the awakening going on, with everybody getting wise to the bullshit, to the media, to the lies, to the government, to the WEF, the WHO, the CIA, the FBI, all this stuff, to everybody getting wise to what is going on, what has been going on, starting to question things from forever ago. It's like, oh gosh, what was actually real back then too? Now there's this giant push for control, and they're doing it in every possible avenue. They want to make us sick, tired, overworked, exhausted, broke, and just the more tired and worn down and everything you are, the more likely you are to not fight back, not have a revolution, just be like, just do whatever the fuck you want. Especially if you're exhausted and depressed, you're like, just do whatever you want. Because remember when everybody was arrested in 2020 and they were revolting? They were actually storming places and fighting because they were out of work for a while. They don't want that.
This was happening now, though. People lost their minds in 2020.
Yeah.
and all these shoplifting, all the shoplifting,
They passed a
violent
law to
crime.
allow that. There was a law they passed. You don't go to jail if it's under a certain amount.
It's insane. It's insane. I mean, like literally here in New York City, we have this. Do you have Rite Aid where you are in Florida?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we have it here, but I know what it is.
Well, we don't have it anymore. It's a pharmacy for those people that don't
Mhm.
know that out of the city or out of the country that are listening to this, and it's a pharmacy, but it's not just a pharmacy. You get food there. You know, it's kind of like a Walmart, but it's mainly a pharmacy, big pharmacy. And these places, you get your shampoo, you know, that type of stuff, cologne, that
Mhm.
type of stuff. And these places have been eviscerated by shoplifting, especially in
Mhm.
the city. We had one on Grand Street. So just so you know, remember the whole price congestion thing?
Mhm.
I can't go to work in my car because my car is on 90th Street, 96th Street. My job, I'm sorry. So I have to go through Brooklyn, through the Brooklyn Bridge, into Lower Manhattan, up to Uptown Manhattan. I can't drive. So even if I have a car, I'm forced to take the MTA. It's the worst. But anyway, speaking about the shoplifting, so yeah, man, all these stores have been just obliterated, like these big bucks box stores. So we've spoken about this, April, about some time ago regarding the 5 minute cities
15-minute
and
cities.
15
Yeah.
minute, I'm sorry, 15-minute
Yeah.
cities. And I believe that, and this is my opinion, I believe that the government is allowing this shoplifting and to happen and all this craziness to happen, nobody being arrested, everybody being let out of jail, so that these big box stores are pushed out, no
Yes.
Walmarts, no
Yes.
Targets, none of that
Yes.
shit. And then
Yeah.
they
Again,
open up
Wolfer says CVS is literally becoming a monopoly.
right. But no CVS, none of that shit. What's gonna be, it's gonna be government owned grocery stores, government
Right.
owned pharmacies, government owned toy stores, government owned liquor stores. And you're gonna have a special little card or chip implanted in your hand. I know I'm sounding crazy right now, and that's the only way
It's
you're gonna be able to
not
buy or
crazy.
sell.
It doesn't sound crazy at all. It's
Just hear me out, guys. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. You know
If
what?
you
Matter
want
of
to,
fact,
if you want to hear crazy, here's one for you that
go ahead.
the theorists have come up with, and it's something to pay attention to. You can call it crazy all you want, but 5 years ago, if you heard that we were where we are now and we would go through what we went through, you'd have thought that was crazy too. So bear that in mind. So the theory is
Mm,
that all of this stuff too is a depopulation agenda because they have, just like they had an industrial revolution, we are in a tech revolution,
mhm.
and they're trying to revolutionize everything with tech and AI. So you are probably seeing more and more automated things. You're seeing more and more self checkouts. You're seeing more and more robots. You're seeing more and more things where you don't need people. So people are becoming obsolete. You don't need them to do these jobs anymore. So what do you do with the people? Are they going to sit home and collect what? A UBI, a universal basic income that's going to dip into the Social Security? So
I'm sorry, the whole rolling out of giving people the free $2,000, the stimulus check.
see how it went. Mhm.
That was a fucking. That's what it was. It was just a goddamn a test, and the people ran out there instead of buying food and fucking clothes, they're buying goddamn PlayStations and TVs like assholes,
But
dummies,
wait,
stupid.
there's more. So the theory is that all of these things, it's a slow kill, literally a slow kill, causing rapid cancers, myocarditis, heart issues. That's why it's affecting so many younger, healthy people, because they're trying to do what is technically called a slow kill to depopulate in mass and get the
Mm,
population down much lower, and that's how they can control and push people from the country into these 15-minute cities and get people to do what they need to do and not worry about having a surplus of unemployed people and having to pay out a lot of extra UBI out of, that they would have to pay for people not to work. So if you think about it, I mean, I'm not saying it's valid, I'm just saying it's something to consider.
mm.
So that's why I always joke around and say the most rebellious thing you can do right now is be healthy.
Incredible.
Why
Well,
do you think they're pushing and racing with AI so quickly and pushing so hard from it and having so many of their journalists and their, so
yeah,
many, they're pushing AI like they push, painkillers and drugs and vaccines because they want everybody to think it's a good thing. It's not a good thing.
I mean, you think about the 40s and the 50s when they were putting over cigarettes. Smoke Lucky Strikes. 10 out of 12 doctors smoke Lucky Strikes, and
Yeah. Yeah.
they're good for you. And
Yeah.
then we
That's
find
what
out
my mother
fucking,
died from. She died from small cell lung cancer caused by cigarettes.
and then we find
So,
out that it's not good for you. Jesus.
right, but it was safe and effective at the time. It was a slow kill. So,
I
yeah.
mean, you have Barney Rubble.
My mom died from a cancer caused by something that said was safe. My dad died working for the government, working for the Bureau of Land Management in California. So if you think that I'm a conspiracy theorist and that I'm out of my fucking mind, this is where I come from. My own personal experience is having had at least five of my own medications that were FDA approved recalled for terrible side effects. So when you see me being cautious and saying I'm researching these things, watch out for this, it's because it comes from wisdom, not hysteria. It comes
Let's
from experience.
CM Punk, what do you think there, buddy?
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You're not, buddy. You're not. You're not telling lies. CM Punk is right. Hey, you want to hear a quick update from a story we spoke about last week?
Sure.
So, the parents of the young Chiefs fan, remember the Kansas City Chiefs fan, the
Yes.
little boy with the red and black war paint. It was war paint,
Yes. Right.
and they found out that the kid was actually Native American. His grandfather sat on like one of the high chief freaking like he was like a real fucking chief,
Yeah.
and these fucking idiots. Well, anyway. It says parents, it says here, and I quote, this is off of newsnation.com. It says the parents of the 9-year-old Kansas City Chiefs fan threatened to sue the sports website Deadspin following the publication of the article. What's up? You want to say something?
No, I say good.
And
they should follow through with it so it doesn't happen again.
So they did. And they hired like a super high powered attorney that was probably going to bankrupt this company. Like legit. So it was Shannon and Raul Armenta hired Claire Locke LLP to demand a retraction and threaten a further action. Blah blah blah. So, with that being said, there was a quote unquote, holy shit. It says Claire Locke. Oh my, I didn't read this part. Claire Locke, the same firm that helped Dominion. I don't know if you remember this voting system.
Yeah, the voting machines.
When the $787 million. Let's just say this. So this is the deal. It's undisclosed at this time, but there was a huge settlement.
Good.
Huge. So God bless this kid. This kid going to a football game.
Good.
God
so
bless.
A Native American finally got paid out.
But here's
Happy
the thing.
ending.
Here's the thing. The son
Instead
of a
of
bitch,
getting screwed over.
But what I want to know is that the son of a bitch, I think we call him Karen. His name is Karan something. I forgot his fucking name, but has he been fired? Apparently the Deadspin article is still up and they haven't retracted it. They never retracted it.
Wow.
This guy Karen, whatever this guy, he still works for Deadspin. So it just confuses me. Like, is he going to be fired? Is he going to publicly apologize? Is he going to go out there? Karen Phillips, and it's Karan Phillips, but everybody's been calling him Karen Phillips. Yeah. I mean, he literally tried to destroy this little boy's life.
And then he doubled down on it when people called him on it too.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" He didn't say what the fuck, but he was like, "Oh, this kid's obviously not only attacking Native Americans, but also black people. Now it's 2 for 1."
Of course.
The fuck, it's Karen.
Of course,
he's a Karen. But is he gonna get fired? So much like they
could probably go out like when Nona says it's defamation. They could probably go after him personally.
Well, I'm hoping they do. I hope they sue the living fuck. I'm sorry, I'm cursing, but I hope they sue the living hell out of these people.
Gam Wolfer says it reminds me of the incident where the kid wearing the MAGA hat was smiling at a Native American, and the parents sued CNN after that whole cancellation thing happened, and the kid won. Yeah,
they got paid.
Yep.
God bless
media though. People will twist and convolute anything to keep us fighting, get people outraged. Like media is literally outrage porn. That's what it is. That's why I always tell you, Do not watch mainstream media. Do not believe the headlines. Always do your own research. Do not fall into being manipulated by the government and corporate owned media. They are just there to misinform and disinform and divide us. So they want nothing more than us to hate each other over race, gender, sexuality, nationality, all of it. They want that. That's the second biggest act of rebellion after being healthy is loving people
I
and
can't
getting
believe
along.
I can't believe this is a story here. You want to hear something funny?
Oh, and also not being a political party, just being a moderate. So, and oh wait, yes, I want to hear it and tell me. And
Good, do your thing.
yeah, I think it was Cam Wolfers said, am I getting this wrong? But Zantac, no, Ben Robb said they recalled Zantac for causing cancer. It was an antacid. That was one of the recalled medications I was on. So don't forget Vioxx. Remember Accutane, that my brother was on that. There's a bunch of others that have been recalled that were all FDA approved. My friend was on, had mesh after his hernia, and he had a horrible situation with that, also FDA approved. So yeah, you got to, just because something's FDA approved doesn't mean it's okay. The FDA approved medications have killed more people. One of such, her mom died because of a bad drug.
Sorry.
FDA approved medications are one of the leading causes of death. Period. End. So I always said it's the legal medications that will kill you, not the illegal ones.
Damn, pal. I know every once in a while I like to bring up a Florida man story.
Oh, tetracycline. That was another one. Yes,
What?
Florida man, tell us.
No,
That
wait.
one was
Tetris. What's Tetris like that game? What happened?
tetracycline. It was an antibiotic. That was another one recalled.
I thought
Yeah.
it was a. Well, anyway, so a Florida man.
What you got from Florida man?
It's a Florida man story. This actually just broke yesterday. I said, let me just type in Florida man just to see what the fuck pops up. And do you like Panera?
Yes, I do.
Well, here we go. Let me just she's actually very lovely, this young lady. Here we go.
Well, the restaurant chain Panera Bread is under fire again today. A new lawsuit is alleging the company's caffeinated charged lemonade is responsible for a death of a man.
Yes.
Now, the family of Dennis Brown says he had 3 cups of the charged lemonade, then suffered a cardiac arrest later that day. The lawsuit claims a large 30-ounce charged lemonade from Panera contains about 390 milligrams of caffeine. So just for context, you would need to drink 11 and a half cans of Coke to get an equal amount of caffeine. For more on this, I do want to bring in our NBC News legal analyst, Danny Savai.
Hold on. Do you know about this?
Yes, I do, because a teenager, did the same thing last month where he died from a heart attack. Of course, automatically I'm thinking, oh boy, was he, my brain just goes like, oh my God, but was he vaccinated? No, he drank that lemonade and it gave him a heart attack from too much caffeine. So
I want to hear.
Yeah, so yes, I am aware of it, but they do tell you that. So
they do.
Yeah, it is charged lemonade, so they tell you that.
Let's take a look at it.
A lot of the like C4s and the energy drinks in other countries are illegal for anybody under 18. So we're the only country that doesn't make that illegal.
I know I shouldn't base this on a person's appearance, but maybe perhaps this person had some type of disability or something. Like maybe, I don't know. He looks
Maybe they
like.
didn't understand what the charged lemonade was. They just thought it was lemonade.
Right. So is it
maybe?
You know what I'm saying? So is it Panera's? I want to hear what the attorney has
That's
to
a
say.
good question. Okay.
Let me hear what the attorney has to say. Hold on. Here we go.
News legal analyst Danny Ceballos now. Danny, look, this is the second lawsuit we're talking about in terms of Panera here over this particular drink. And I want to pull up a piece of their statement if we can. And it says that Dennis Brown's unfortunate passing was not caused by one of the company's products. And then I'm skipping down to further part of the statement where it says, in part, Panera stands firmly by the safety of our products. What is the potential liability for a restaurant in this particular situation?
As a plaintiff's attorney, I bring cases similar to this sometimes. This is akin to what's called a products liability case. This is going to be a tough case for the plaintiffs. First, they need to prove causation. You see in that statement, Panera takes the position that there was no causation. In other words, the mere fact that he drank something with a lot of caffeine, Panera will argue, was not the medical cause of his death, nor was it a substantial factor. Part two is the idea of misuse. Was this misuse of a product foreseeable? Because the reality, Morgan, is that every substance in the world, water is toxic.
Will kill
The
you.
question is quantity. I drink enough water,
He's
that
right.
becomes toxic. So the argument becomes, the secondary argument is, look, even if the caffeine could have contributed to his death, this is a consumer who misused the product. I think that's a tougher argument to make because we live in a society now that is over-caffeinated and people end up drinking probably more coffee than they should, and that's pretty foreseeable. This is probably my third cup of coffee today. It's not water, it actually is coffee, which
I think we could stop it there. That's actually an interesting talking point here. So we could stop it there.
Yeah.
First and foremost, do things
Very
taste
true.
better in Panera in Florida? They do, right? Tell me they do.
Panera is lovely in Florida.
I
I actually had it for breakfast yesterday.
God damn you, pal.
Yeah.
So
It's
wow. So it's true, man. So, but if all right, so I know again we shouldn't base things, April, on how somebody looks, but the picture of the man didn't look like a healthy guy, a fit man. He had 3 of them.
Can't tell from that picture really, but
I mean, he. Did you see how many Cokes? It wasn't.
I did see how many Cokes. Yeah.
300.
Yeah.
So what's 390 milligrams times 3? We're doing a lot of math today, guys.
It's just under 1,200.
It's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah, it's just under 1,200. So that is a lot.
And then also, if he already had an underlined, let's say, heart condition or something like that, Panera, I don't think Panera is gonna fucking. I don't think they're gonna lose.
No, I don't think they are either. But here's the problem. And hi to everybody joining us late. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Chalney Man. Hello, hello. Here's the problem with Panera. This has not been the only death because of the charged lemonade. So if you look it up, you'll see at least one other. Mm-hmm.
Really? Is it the same situation as? Do you remember back in the day when McDonald's?
The burning, the burned vagina.
Wow, the burning. What?
Burning coffee from the coffee.
Burning, man. So I was actually I was talking about the supersized issue, where people were trying to sue McDonald's for getting heart attacks for eating McDonald's every single day, and then they came out with that whole Supersize Me documentary. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I'm interested to see, man. Now, also, let me ask you a question. You may know the answer to this. Or maybe
this will be the third one, I think, actually.
So when you go to Panera, does it show that these are caffeinated, like what does it say there? Right there, boom. It's in October, the parents of a college student with heart condition who died in September 2022 after drinking the charged lemonade filed a lawsuit with Panera. The lawsuit said that the student, Sarah Katz, 21, drank the beverage, likely thinking it was safe amount of caffeine. But why would these people think?
Because most things, I think 390. Well, okay. So for example, like my Nespresso cappuccino maker, I think on the average, the little cappuccino is 80 milligrams of caffeine, and my coffee that is a perk pot is 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's considered a pretty good amount of caffeine. So 390 is almost double that pretty good amount of caffeine.
Times 3.
Right. So, and Starbucks is known for having they're known for having a more heavily caffeinated coffee than your average coffee. Like I think they have almost like it's like a third stronger. So, and now you're talking about something that's even stronger than that. So, yeah.
That's scary. And like I said, there's so many different variables to this lawsuit. Again, was the man aware? Did Panera make them aware? Like when you go, you know how like most places, because of Supersize Me, that and War Demon says this is why Supersize was taken down. Well, what do you?
I'm laughing as War Demon said, "Picture Beavis drinking one of those." Haha. Cappuccino,
on.
cappuccino. I need
I'll
TP for my bunghole.
I'll do Beavis. Hey, Beavis. You wanna, like, I don't know, like, drink a lot of, like, caffeine? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be cool. Is that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I used to
Still
fucking love
need to.
Beavis and Butthead.
I know, right? So the sidewalk where I live must have been laid down at that particular time or redone because somebody wrote in it while it was wet. It just says butt munch.
She said butt.
I just love it. It's just butt munch.
Yeah, but my name is I am what was it? I am the great Cornholio. I need
Yeah.
to pee for my bunghole. Oh,
Yes.
fucking love that
Now I
show.
want to
God
go
damn
back
it.
and watch it.
Yo, remember Daria?
Yes.
I love that show too. That shit was awesome, man. What happened to these good fucking shows, man?
You have to go back to watch stuff for it to be good. Like I watched In Bruges the other night, which is what I consider a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie like Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Mhm.
So, most people, you have people that will argue that it is, argue it's not. In Bruges,
It
which is
is.
Bruges, it's like, it is a dark British comedy
Mm.
with a lot of death and twisted shit that happens. And I love it. It's so
Gremlins.
dark.
Gremlins
Yeah,
is a Christmas movie.
like Gremlins. So if you like dark British comedy, you will love In Bruges. There's a point to this though.
We were talking
Oh,
about stuff.
there was some really
Yeah.
messed up stuff that they said that actually even shocked me. I didn't remember. They were talking to me, retarded this and 7 black kids that, and it was like, oh my god, this movie could never get made today. But you have to go back to watch these comedies when nobody cared. They just laughed at things. You know what I mean?
Oh my God,
They're just
good
like,
old days.
right. Nobody got offended. They were just like, blah. So,
Try to watch one of the original, like the first 10 seasons of the Trailer Park Boys, and get
I
back to
know.
me. Awesome.
Mhm.
Are you still watching? Have you continued, or have you given up on Invincible?
I have put it on hold at the moment
God damn
for
you.
no, just for some Christmas stuff.
Okay,
And
it's
here's
really
why.
good.
Here's why, because Florida never really feels like Christmas. So I do everything I can, like I make the candles. I have I April sensations. I make the candles, I burn all the candles, I try and watch all the Christmas stuff. I try and surround all 5 senses with my Christmas stuff. So there you go. Oh yes, Blazing Saddles. Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic movie.
Yep. Yeah, dark sense of humor is how a lot of us and Letterkenny. Yes. So dark sense of humor is how a lot of us coped growing up a certain way. You either became a victim or you grew a healthy dark sense of humor.
Did you ever think that you were a Trailer Park Boy fan, right?
Oh, from the day I watched it in Canada.
Okay, so now
Yeah, I
am-
watched it up there when they're trying to pass it off as a documentary in Canada because I was at that time I was married to a Canadian and we were up there all the time.
am I the only dude that thinks that Julian is fucking Tommy Dreamer's twin brother?
Yeah, I can see it.
They're the same people. That I think, isn't that Tommy Dreamer playing Julian?
No, I think Julian is no.
Oh,
But
and rest in peace, Jim Leahy, man.
I know.
I was so
Do you know
sad
he
when
didn't
he died.
drink? He didn't drink.
No, yeah, he didn't
He
drink.
was a teetotaler. Yeah.
Fucking
never
what
drank.
was it? Randy, Ricky, Bubbles,
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, Corey. Corey's actually friends with Ben.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're actually buddies. Like
Yeah, they love
he's
wrestling. Those guys used to do appearances at wrestling shows all the time.
big time, man. So yeah, man, Trailer Park Boys. If you guys don't know about it, I think it's available. Where's it available on? Can you watch it anywhere? Let me see.
I think it's on Netflix now, but
Yeah.
I think the Netflix versions are like overdone, whereas the original ones were a lot better.
Yeah, Netflix.
But-
Thanks, man. Yep.
But yeah, somebody said I know people like that in real life. Ben Robb said, but that's the beauty of it is literally everything in life can be compared to a Trailer Park Boys scenario or person, and that's why it's
So
so
great.
relatable. Mhm.
So great, man. Some of the funniest moments, I think, television moments of all time was let me see, what is this? Marvelous Wolf says, I remember that episode when we talking about Daria, when Daria's dad set the house on fire and said the most hilarious line. Daria, yeah, Dad, what were you thinking? Dad, I was thinking about those damn what, Kaffers? Am I reading this wrong?
Probably.
Kaffir's on. What is it? Kaffir's on the stove. They thought, hey, I need some damn. I don't. Maybe I had to be there.
Hmm.
I don't. Or I can't read either one or the other. Am I getting sick?
No, I didn't understand either. And Chris Cameron says the show went downhill after J-Rock left, right?
Yeah.
No, know what I mean?
Yo, J-Rock was the ultimate.
J-Rock was awesome.
J-Rock
Yep.
was dope. He was fly, man. J-Rock had them bars, yo.
Yep.
God damn, man. What a good show.
It was.
Well,
Yep.
I mean,
All right. Well, I gotta head over to another podcast, and you guys are welcome to come and join me.
So
we're
again,
live too.
put over where they're going to be live, because again, guys, we're ending early here, but you got April's going to be over there, so talk to me.
Yeah, you can go to my Facebook page, Real April Hunter, and there's a link right there, or it is the Indie Horror Junkie Podcast. So you can find the Indie Horror Junkie Podcast. There's a link. So
Indie Horror Junkie Podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go to April. Just go to April's Facebook page and click the link. She's getting off of here. She's gonna pretty herself up even more. And you're gonna be wearing less clothes, right? Is that right?
I'm probably gonna wear what you see here.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah. No, don't get excited. But don't forget, you can find out where to get one of my annual Christmas cards. So that is on here. So rewind it a little bit and you'll find out. I put at the very beginning of the show, watch the replay, and I'll tell you, how to get one of my Christmas cards, because I want to send them out to you. I bought 100 of them and I spent good money on them and good money on postage. So I want to get them to you. I also moved my candles and soaps over to eBay, so you can find that stuff there, thanks to eBay's crappy policies for their sellers now. So that's APR HTR. And come find me on Patreon April Hunter, and aprilhunter.com.
Hey guys and gals, do me a favor. Please head over to the podcast right now. Again, go over to April Hunter's Facebook page. Maybe if you can tweet out the link as well. That would be great.
Yeah.
And guys and gals, listen, if you didn't have enough April now, you're gonna get a whole bunch later. It's gonna be scary April, and she's gonna be showing boobs, and she's gonna be half naked, and she's gonna be going like this. All the whole time we're gonna be going. All right, guys, we'll see you there. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, and we will see you next Wednesday. It's so cool to talk to some of you I haven't talked to in a while. Thank you.
We love you guys. We'll see you next week. But hey, don't forget, see April later. Yeet. Click the link.
Yowie wowie.
Woo!